Ooh, proper little knife edge bit here.
During the summer of 2021, I set off on a backpacking and mountaineering traverse across the entire length of the Alps. After over a month of hiking and scrambling for at least 12 hours every day, I'd covered nearly 1,000 kilometres and 70,000 metres of ascent. Getting to the halfway point hadn't always been easy.
This is the worst situation I've ever been in.
I'd been living out of a tiny rucksack for over 5 weeks.
First shower in 4 days.
Sleeping outside, washing in streams, and trying to keep it all together.
It's getting rainy. Run, run, run.
But my journey had taken me through incredible places like the Julian Alps in Slovenia and the Italian Dolomites.
These cliffs. It's just unreal.
Not that far ahead of me lay the next big checkpoint on my route, the Mont Blanc Massif, where I'd finally cross over into France. But to get there, I needed to link up with the Tour de Monte Rosa long-distance hiking trail, after crossing the wild and remote valleys of Ticino in Switzerland.
Beautiful morning here in Ticino. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, after days of slogging up passes and going between ridges, today I've actually climbed up back onto one. It looks really cool. It's meant to be quite tricky in places.
The Via Alta Verzasca was a multi-day ridge traverse that involved loads of scrambling.
Just come down here.
It led me high above some of the least populated valleys in the Alps.
I feel so lucky to be moving through these places, to be in these mountains. I'm travelling through them, living out here, sleeping out here. It's an incredible place to live and to be for so long.
Hiking alone for 5 weeks had really given me time to feel at home in the mountains and to appreciate the shifting landscapes that I was moving through.
Just like a walking along like an undulating balcony. That's where I'm heading. Path just continues along.
Crossing countless valleys and the ridges between them, I'd hike for the entire day, then just find somewhere to sleep for the night and wake up and do it all again.
Descending down into another one of these Ticino valleys, like super forested, super steep, really peaceful and quiet. What a place. But I wish I had dry feet. I really do. Ugh.
I really loved the simplicity of just sleeping outside wherever I was and having time to just look and appreciate it all.
Unbelievable light show this morning, just watching the sun hit those cliffs for the first time. That's Basodino in the middle at the back, and that is what I'm going to climb this morning.
I finally left Ticino by climbing one of the highest peaks in the region, Basodino, which lay directly on the border with Italy.
Basodino is up there, that's where I'm going next, hopefully. Follow this ridge along. So I'm going to crack on with this, see how it goes. You can see the glacier there on the other side. The visibility is absolutely stunning this morning. Look at some of these peaks.
It was great to be able to include another mountaineering route as part of my journey, but having to follow it up with a full day's walk really took its toll.
Oh man, I was up there this morning, those top peaks with the snow around them. It's Basodino up there, I've gone all the way down, all the way up to here. Savage. Absolutely savage climb for me. And I've looked at the map closely and I've realised that I've got to go down a whole bunch now and then up 500 metres again.
On the nights with rubbish weather, I took full advantage of the simple bivvy huts left open to walkers in the Alps.
Well, this is me for the night, and it's good to be in here because it is blowing hard ass. I can tell you that. I just had some grappa. That's really gone to my head. Time for bed. Day 38 now. I'm just coming down into this little town called Varzo, just beneath me.
Tiredness was definitely catching up with me at this point, but the big climbs just didn't stop.
I think I'm actually climbing that peak in the sun up there. The little one, Piso de Royale. And I'm royally knackered. But the view.
Sometimes the hours would just drift by in a blur. I'd stumble through the kilometres, only to be reawoken by some special moment or bivvy spot.
What an amazing world we live in. It's so beautiful. This morning I'm thinking, this is my home. Like, I know I'm in another country, but on some level all of this is my home. One of those silhouettes right off in the distance is the peak I was on the day before yesterday. And it just looks so far away. And this morning I'm scrambling up Pizza del Ton there. And here is the top of Pizza del Ton.
With the massive peak of Monte Rosa finally in sight, I knew that I was close to linking up with some easier trails, but first I had to get there. But coming across huts where I could buy food definitely kept me going.
When I get to the top, I think I'll have done 3,200 metres of ascent and nearly 30 kilometres.
It was also great to finally come across a supermarket.
Well, I'm down in Val Tournesh now, and what a stunning backdrop to this valley.
To be honest, I was living on a pretty weird diet.
Loads of chocolate spread, some granola bread, some cereal bars in here, pasta meal for dinner, and then to eat now I've got a tin of sardines, some fruit, milk, sports drink, bread. So it's the 1st of September now. I'm 2/3 of the way into this journey. I've done like 1,200 kilometres and I've just joined the Tour de Monte Rosa trail. I'm heading towards France.
Linking up with the Tour de Monte Rosa trail, I found myself on easier paths with no climbing routes and good way marking and amazing views all around me.
Lovely sunset on the peaks this evening. The Matterhorn's up there somewhere. I think it's just behind the cloud there. I'm camped just here. Another really good day, like went really far. Probably done over 40k, making really good progress towards the French border now. First climb of the day done. Lovely inversion. Is that Mont Blanc over there? Damn.
With Mont Blanc finally in my sights, I continued following the Tour de Monte Rosa to take me all the way to Courmayeur.
End of day 44. Just getting to this campsite as it starts to rain. Good timing. Just gonna get my tent up before I get drenched and eat lots of food. I'm going all out on the Italian stuff since it's almost my last night here for a while anyway. On this campsite. I don't think anyone else is staying here. It feels really strange. It's just me. All my clothes are washed and drying. Oh, it's lovely here. I've got this thing as well. Well excited about this. It's day 45. It's not even dawn yet, really. Oh, that light is horrible. Ooh, do I look spooky? I don't know what's going on, mate. I'm knackered.
Despite dragging myself out of bed at 5 AM to try and get my day's walk done before a storm arrived, those peaceful moments in the Aosta Valley more than made up for it.
It's just me and these guys up here today. No one else around.
Having arrived in the Mont Blanc Massif, I was surrounded by some of the most famous climbing routes in mountaineering history. I wasn't exactly ready to jump on any of those, but I had found some in above my campsite.
And I'm going to be trying to see how far I can climb up this ridge up here tomorrow towards the Aiguille de Glacier. The rock might be quite loose, I've been told, so it might just be too treacherous. But yeah, just see how it goes.
Unlike most of the other climbing routes on this trip, for this one I wasn't following an established route, I was trying to find my own.
This is where I'm going to just try and have a little climb up and see if the rock's okay. It could be really nice, could feel like a little adventure. Let's go take a look. First steeper bits here, does look very loose, but not that steep, so it shouldn't be a problem. No signs anyone coming up here, it's just like goat tracks. Oh, the sun is on me and I can see Mont Blanc over there. Feel so lucky to be in this place, and I feel alone with this place, which is just the best feeling.
Despite a lot of loose rock, the main ridge itself offered a really good scramble.
This is lovely rock as well. Oh yes. Ooh, proper little knife edge bit here. That is Aiguille de Glacier 3800, and that's the Petite Aiguille de Glacier, which is what I've been hoping to get to. I am not going along the top of this glacier. It looks all cornice and sketchy as anything, but I am debating whether to just try and go skirt around it on the rock. It looks really loose in places though. But yeah, I'm going to go and check this out, I think, but it doesn't look good.
The final section of the ridge involved some really delicate route finding as I teetered along stacks of loose boulders perched above an abyss.
Well, so far so good. Like, there's still loads of loose stuff, but you just go really slow. That's what I'm doing. Anything I use, I kick or whack with my hand, and I'm making progress. Get over this little next bit, see if I can continue.
Even though it was just a little subsidiary peak on the fringes of the Mont Blanc range, getting to the top gave me a real sense of achievement.
Just a sea above a sea of cloud. What a trip this has been. What a trip. Okay, let's go down and then walk into France.
As I stepped across the French border, it marked the beginning of the final stretch of my trip. I could finally begin heading south to reach the Mediterranean Sea.
I've just come down through all that in less than ideal conditions, just at a time where I needed things to ease up a bit. The weather is making things really difficult. 53 days, highest peak so far.